the last section, the last actually two objectives or last objective of chapter 18, section 3. Guys, remember what we said before. Before we just move to the last section, to the last objective. Let's just actually remember what we studied before. Remember what we talked before about the founder of the Mughal Empire, and then we moved to talk Akbar, the one who actually left a lot of achievements in the history of the Mughal Empire. Anybody can just remind me of anything we said before? Very quickly, yes, Ali? Open-minded leader, exactly. Guys, this is the main thing that he created, kind of openness. Like he created a kind of culture of tolerance. He tolerated everybody. He accepted Muslims and non-Muslims. He reduced tension to the minimum between the different sects and different groups in his empire. The thing that helped the empire improve and grow up. Yes,
during his period, they created a new tax system.
He created a new tax system. Exactly. He appointed a finance minister who was non-Muslim from Hindu. Okay, and this finance minister, was responsible for the creation of something similar to today tax system that is followed in America and in some other Western countries, like the tax system that is based on the percentage and not on the fixed amount. Anybody who can explain this? What do you mean by tax system based on a fixed amount and tax system based on fixed percentage? Yes, sir.
It depends on the things that you own.
Sorry?
If your salary is 1,000, you will have a different than a person that's...
Sure. So it's not like a fixed amount where everybody has to pay the same amount because we don't gain the same salary. So it's not fair. Exactly. Yes, Ali?
You ruled for 50 years, it was enough time for
Perfect. Right. He ruled enough. Actually, he just had enough time. He ruled for more than 46, 47 years. Yes, sister?
He gave blacksmiths
to the lawyers, to the officer, the lawyers, to the empire. But then
when they say when you die, you give the net.
Exactly. And what was the reason for that? What was the purpose?
So that they won't get rich. People who are
Exactly.
rich don't get richer.
So he was very careful not to widen the gap between the rich and the poor. And today, one of the most important signs for the decline of some societies is when there is like a big gap between the rich and the poor people. So the middle class is removed, and this is not good because the majority of any society should be the middle class people. This is a good sign that the economy of this society is doing well. Yes, Ali?
He showed, although he was open-minded, he showed his enemies that he could be harsh at times.
Right. So one side he was open-minded and wise, so he ruled by wisdom. But from another side, when it comes to seriousness, he was a serious leader. He was a strong military leader. And this is a very good actually character for the leaders. Yes, from one side he is good, he's a humanitarian, he's accepted, he's open-minded. From another side, he's a very strong and tough leader when it comes to seriousness. Yes, sister?
He treated non-Muslims
equal. And this is why actually this is what we said in the beginning. He did not differentiate between the different groups and different ethnic groups and sects within his empire. And this is why this has helped him actually to reduce the tension to the minimum. Remember last time I told you that in any society where there are different sects, you should expect lots of tension because every sect will be like trying to gain as much as they can for the group or for the sect rather than for the general interest of the country. Remember I told you, for example, about Lebanon before. In Lebanon, in the constitution of Lebanon, there are, formally speaking, 19 groups or 19 sects, ta'ifa, 19 sects that are formally recognized in the constitution of Lebanon. And this is why Lebanon is always under tension. Because every group is usually trying to gain as much as they can for the group and not for the country or for like the big name of the country. Like for example, remember last year, I guess, I don't know if you just follow the news in Lebanon because not as Lebanese. Remember when Lebanon was for 2 years and a half without a president?
Yes.
I guess I shared this maybe here before. Like a country without a president for 2 years and a half. Why? Simply because they can come up with an agreement. Because every sect is looking for the president that fits them, and not like they are looking for a president that fits everyone. So that was a big problem. In Iraq, for example, nowadays there is also a problem between Shia, the Muslims, the traditional. Why? Because there are different things. So those people at that time, when we talked before about the Ottoman Empire, and here when we were talking about the Mughal Empire, they were very geniuses in the sense that they could find this kind of harmony, okay, and create this kind of chemistry between the different types of sects in the same country or within the same country. Alright guys, as we studied before about the Ottomans, and as we said before when we talked about the Ottomans, we referred to the previous civilizations, Roman, Greek, whatever, and we said that most of the time, all the civilizations around the history usually witness three stages. The establishment, the peak, and then the decline. Alright? So, we already talked about how Akbar actually made or created the golden age of the Mughal Empire. It's time now to discuss the decline time of the Mughal Empire. Why it was declining. Simply because we're going to start from where we finished last time. Akbar was the last, let me say, open-minded leader. Then after Akbar came his son, who called himself Jahangir. Jahangir means the grasper of the world. As if he was like very proud of himself. He's the leader of one of the strongest empires at that time. So he's the grasper of the world. As if he's the one who owns everything. Now, here starts the problem, guys. He got married from a Persian lady called Nur Jahan. You can just know that the names are like typical names from that area. So, Nur Jahan, as long as she was Persian, and officially speaking, she was the one who was ruling. Her husband was not a good leader, he was a very weak leader, so everything was in her hand. So, she's Persian, so she was loyal to Persia more than the Mughal Empire. Guys, please. So, she appointed, number one, she appointed her father to become the Prime Minister of the Mughal Court. Just imagine now, the Prime Minister of Iraq, for example, is Lebanese. The Prime Minister of India is Somali, for example. You can't. At the end of the day, those people who are grasping like very higher positions in a country should be loyal to the country, should be the people of the same country. Now, number two, she removed her son, the eldest, I mean the heir to the throne, because he rebelled against his father. The eldest son was named Khusru, and he just rebelled against his father, so they removed him. Actually, she was the actual leader, so she removed him and she exiled him. When he was removed, so he totally turned against his father, and he wanted kind of power to fight against his father, so he just allied with a different sect. Remember that here there were Muslims, he allied with the Sikh. You know who are the Sikhs? Yes. The same as, for example, Herman, those people who are turban. People who are turban, okay? And guys, remember that all what we hear about those people is wrong. Like, I don't know, in another class somebody told me, sir, is it true that those people cannot actually take the turban or cut their hair unless they kill a Christian or kill a Muslim? This is stupid, guys. Okay, there isn't any religion in the world that really pushes people to. All religions in the world are peaceful in their nature. It's only the wrong practices by some people under the name of this or that religion who really deform the image of the religion. Remember, for example, what we used to see in the TV and in the news, like regarding those ISIS people, for example. They call themselves Muslims, but are they really Muslims? When they just catch somebody and slaughter him and they say Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. What does it mean? Allah told you to kill people? Alright? So, alright guys. Now, who was next? The second son. The second son, named Shah Jahan, took the authority, okay, and he got married from again a Persian lady because his mother, she was a Persian, and she arranged this marriage to her niece. Her name was Mumtaz Mahal, and the name reminds me of Taj Mahal, exactly. Mumtaz Mahal was a very pretty young lady. Shah Jahan was totally in love with her. He loved her to the maximum. And she died when she was still 39 years old. And guess what, guys? When she was 39 years old, she died when she was delivering her 14th child. So those people actually did not waste time at all. Sorry? Yeah, 14 son and she's still 39. Come on. If she continued till 60, she would have like, half an hour. Yeah.
Why did they
Sorry?
Why did they explain
Yeah, for sure she was young when she got married. This is why I'm here. Just imagine if every year she just give birth for one child. So she needs like 14 years. 39 minus 14. So, yeah, okay, well, acceptable. If she got married like at 18 or 19, it's okay. Like, there are people who get married like very early nowadays. My brother, for example, when he married his wife, she was like 16 something or 17. Younger brother. No, actually. Other than that, we would have seen the sign like, 30 years old. Then I would have color in my uncle. Okay. But by the way, I have one of my aunts, for example, who is younger than me. She's my aunt, but she's younger than me. Like, I'm older than her, 2 years I'm older than her. Because my grandfather got married later on after my grandmother died. He got married from another lady. And my father at that time was old enough that he was married and he had children. So I'm older than my aunt. Okay, happens enough. Alright guys. Now, this Shah Jahan couldn't afford the fact that he lost his wife. As I said before, he was totally in love with her. So he started to spend the money of the empire trying to build lots of monuments to commemorate her. One of the things that he built was Taj Mahal, which cost a lot of money. But he was totally, actually lots of historians describe him being crazy after the loss of his wife. Now I don't know why people actually got crazy after losing their wife. If God forbid I lost my wife, I'll just go and marry again. It's not a big deal, I can understand. Anyway, nobody tells my wife. if my wife knew about this, then for sure it's because okay guys, now he spent the whole money of the empire, or lots of the money of the empire, at the expense of the economic life, at the expense of the standard of living of people. People got actually exhausted. He needed more money. So where to get the more money from? Taxes. He started to raise taxes. And that was kind of something wrong actually, because people started to hate him more. Now, he was, as I said, described as being crazy as he lost his wife. So later on, although he was still alive, but because he was crazy, unable to rule an empire, so there was actually kind of a conflict between his 4 sons over the crown. Now, they fought for the crown. The third son, not the eldest son, not the heir to the throne, the third son, Aurangzeb, actually, he won this fight. He killed his eldest brother, the most rival actually, he killed him, and then he imprisoned his father. He put him in prison, and then Shah Jahan, the father, died in the prison. And then Aurangzeb actually was the only ruler in the country. So, he was very good in military at first. He could expand the empire to the maximum size, which is positive, right? But see this one, guys, and I need you to explain this for me. Although he could expand the empire to the maximum, but still the empire got weakened. Yes, Jawad?
Because before, when you grow larger, the control is less.
Perfect. This is the main issue. It's true, I can control a classroom of 20 students, but when there are like 60 students and the distance is bigger, I cannot control. I need somebody else to come up with me. Now listen to this, guys. He used to open more land so they expand the physical, let me say, distance of the empire. But at the end of the day, he used to launch lots of wars. And he was totally against his grandfather's mentality. He was not an open-minded. He actually created a kind of hazard within the empire. Because he actually excluded non-Muslims from the higher positions. So who got upset? Non-Muslims, Sikhs and Hindus. It was totally different from what his grandfather did when he was an open-minded person. He included everybody. He created a culture of tolerance and openness. It was totally the opposite. He wanted to finance, sponsor his wars. So he needed money. Where to get this money from? Taxes. He brought back what was called the jizya for non-Muslims. Even the Muslims had to pay higher taxes than before. So everything he used to do, he used to gain more enemies. He used to lose his supporters, whether they were Muslims or non-Muslims. It wasn't only non-Muslims who started to hate him. So in general, although he did well by expanding the physical size of the empire, but still he failed to create a kind of tolerance and acceptance between the different people and the different groups of the empire. So at the end of the day, that was the beginning of the decline of this empire. Later, when he died, list of emperors who just ruled over, but every one of them was like, we say, weaker than the other. The sense that the empire lacked enough resources, money, they didn't have enough money, and later on came our friends, the Europeans, mainly the Portuguese in the beginning, who were interested in taking over the resources of this land. Remember what was the most important, what is the most important resource in the Indian subcontinent? Who knows? No?
Mango.
What is it? What?
Mango.
That's here.
Mango.
No.
Why?
Why?
Wine in India?
No? Exactly. Can you imagine eating a food without spices?
I said curry.
Curry? Curry is not the one with spice.
Okay.
I'm talking about spices.
تمام.
Alright. Okay. Wait. Nafa, it's enough. Thank you.